Hey everybody, it's your old cousin Jack with another episode of Woodcarving Weekly. So this week we're going to have some knowledge nuggets for you. We'll share a blog post, brand new from Bob K, and a website you may have never heard of before. And of course, we'll spin around YouTube to see what's happening. Let's get started. So let's start out with some knowledge nuggets. You know, Facebook groups are a great resource for wood carvers. It's a place where you can get all kinds of fantastic tips from veteran carvers who've been doing it for many years. One example is the Let's Talk Carving Facebook group hosted by Gene Messer. Well, recently, Bill McDougall passed along a tip that I want to share with you today. You know, a lot of us have little micro tools, micro gouges specifically, maybe from Dockyard, Flex Cut, OCC, and others. And it can be difficult to strop the inside bevel of the curve on those little tiny tools. So if you're stuck, you don't have a slip strop or a slip stone that's going to fit one of your micro gouges, Bill says never fear, just reach for your paintbrushes. Yeah. You can check your paintbrush handles, which are usually tapered, to see if you can get a fit on one of your micro gouges. If you do, just apply a little compound to the paintbrush handle and strop away. Great tip from Bill. Here's a related knowledge nugget for you. This one comes from the Suncoast Woodcarvers Facebook group, where Ed Livingston recently shared an idea about handles for little micro tools made by Dockyard. Now, the Dockyard handles are very small, about the size of a pencil, I guess, and it can be difficult to work with them. Ed shared an idea about making your own handle, an interchangeable way that you can put a different Dockyard tool in and then remove it as well. He says you start with a block of wood that's 1.5 inches square, and then drill a hole down the middle of it, 1/4 inch hole, which will fit the Dockyard handle. He says you don't need to worry about it being snug because that tapered piece at the bottom of the drill bit makes for a snug hold on the Dockyard tool, which is kind of octagonal anyway. But a word of warning from Ed. He says, don't jam that Dockyard tool in there too tightly or you'll be cussing yourself trying to get it out. So if you haven't been out there joining Facebook groups, you should. There's a lot to learn. So every month there's a brand new blog post from Bob K. This month he has posted a book review. Yeah, the folks at Woodcarving Illustrated and Fox Chapel Publishing have put out a book called How to Carve a Great Santa. And Bob gives you his thoughts about the book. Now the projects in there include 30 different Santa carving projects from top carvers. And they range from beginner-friendly projects to some more challenging projects for advanced carvers. And 2 of those projects, Chimney Santa and Frostbite Santa, are Bob K's very own designs. So if you want to read the full review, go over to Woodchip Chatter and check it out. Well, let me tell you about a YouTube channel called Outdoors 55. And as you might guess, the channel started out as an outdoor channel. Alex, the content creator, says it has evolved, and nowadays he focuses on knives and knife making and sharpening too. Well, today I want to share with you a video about strops. The title of his video is What Does a Strop Actually Do? And this is a really comprehensive 18-minute video where Alex talks you through the different types of leather you can use for strops, how to make your own strop and save money, have a better strop than what you would buy, the types of compounds that he recommends, and then also he uses some images, microscopic images of his blade so you can actually see the effects that he's getting from the stropping that he does. Now this is just one example. If you go over to the Outdoors 55 YouTube channel, you're going to find many sharpening related videos. Alex uses stones for the most part, and I think he prefers diamond stones over all the others. Anyway, head on over there and check out this brand new video all about stropping. Well, you know, Valentine's Day is right around the corner and there's a brand new video tutorial from Gene Messer. It's called the Valentine Gift. In this tutorial series, Gene will show you the step-by-step process on how you can carve a figure of a little guy about 3 inches tall holding some flowers, the Valentine gift. It's a really good tutorial, and Gene will show you step-by-step how to get from a block of wood that he's cut out on his bandsaw to the very final project, even with the paint applied. Gene is a master of the flat plane carving style, and this is a great opportunity to watch him use a couple of different Ron Wells knives to get a really cool looking figure. It's a great Valentine's project, and I think you'll enjoy it. Go check it out. Have you ever seen the Carving by Numbers website? I discovered it recently while I was poking around on the internet, and I want to share it with you. I think you may find it of interest. On the website, they have many resources, including books, videos, DVDs, tools, project ideas, and much more, including free patterns. As a matter of fact, in today's links, including the link for their website, I'm going to also share a link to their Pinterest page where you can find loads of free wood carving patterns. Yeah. Anyway, check out the website, check out the Pinterest page, and see if there's something there you could use. Well, up next, I have a YouTube channel to share with you called Creation Dust 777. And the content creator is Joshua Sargent. He's been a professional chainsaw carver for 27 years. And in his latest video, he's carving an eagle, kind of catching a salmon. This video is really interesting. You'll see that he has some techniques that he uses with the chainsaw that are pretty unusual. And in the video, he's removing some chips that are probably larger than a 5-gallon bucket. He has a way of tapping his blade, his chainsaw blade, onto some of these chunks and sends them flying. And then I saw him take the chainsaw and angle it so that in some cases he was using the side of the chainsaw teeth to add texture to some of the feathers on the eagle. Now he also uses some other tools, a rotary tool, angle grinder, coping saw, and some other hand tools on this project. And I think you'll agree he's really talented. The final piece is really super. Now most of the carving takes place in the beginning and the end of the video. In the middle, he goes on a fishing trip to catch some salmon. Looks like he's in Alaska, although he lives in New Hampshire. Anyway, check it out. Well, the International Association of Wood Carvers has a new video. This one is featuring a presentation by Josh Arroyo, carver from Orlando, Florida. Josh talks about his philosophy on carving and art and how that impacts his final outcomes for his projects. He also shares some information about some of the tools that he uses, including an iPad and a software application called Procreate. It helps him put some designs together. Along the way, he also talks about sharpening and how he goes about it, tool storage, and, in general, his approach to carving and art and philosophy. Anyway, I think you'll enjoy the video, and make sure you check out the IAWC YouTube channel each and every week for new content. And if you're available on Saturdays at 3 p.m., join in on the Zoom call and be there live during the recording. Well, folks, thanks again for all of your support. It really helps. I appreciate it. We'll be back again next week with more content for you.